It has always been important to communicate with your patients, but these days patients expect modern forms of communication, not the phone calls they once would have. ABELDent Patient Communication, built right into ABELDent Cloud in ABELDent Local Plus, saves you time and money while improving the convenience and safety of your patients' experiences with your practice. How exactly does it do that? Well, first of all, it saves you time. When most of your patients confirm their appointments by text or email, you have far fewer phone calls to make. This also helps you identify at-risk appointments before they become a hole in your schedule. And of course, it saves your patients time. Your patients reply at their convenience using their own device, and this means they also don't need to come in early to fill out forms. So let's go over some of the tasks ABELDent Patient Communications helps you with. ABELDent's new patient self-booking feature lets new patients find you online and directly book an appointment in your schedule. Working with your practice's website creator, your practice can add a self-booking button to your website. The patient clicks the button, and after a security verification, which involves sending a code to the patient's email, the new patient is prompted to add basic demographic information. ABELDent will then do a check to see if this patient is already in your database. If they're not, then the patient is presented with a list of openings based on a schedule set by your practice and available openings during that time. Their choice is added to your schedule as a reserved time for your staff to approve. If your practice accepts the request, the reservation becomes an appointment and the new patient receives an email indicating that the appointment is booked. A great way to easily get new patients into your practice. And ABELDent will soon be expanding the new patient self-booking feature to also include your existing patients too, allowing existing patients to book their own appointments. Coming soon. Once you have a new patient in your practice, there's a lot of important information that must be gathered and entered into the patient's record in your ABELDent database. Traditionally, when the patient arrived for their appointment, they would be handed a clipboard and asked to fill it out on paper. Then, a staff member would be required to type the information into your database. With ABELDent's new patient intake feature, that information is entered by the patient and goes into their patient record automatically. Click the New Patient Intake button. The text of the email that will be sent is displayed and can be customized. Click Send, and the email is sent to the patient. When the patient clicks the button in the email, a new patient form appears on their device, which they can fill out and securely submit with the click of a button. When an intake form comes into your practice from a patient, you will find it in this Web Requests window, where you can accept the information or reject it if it is incorrect in some way. Once accepted, the patient's record contains the information they submitted. No further effort is required by the front desk staff. Naturally, ABELDent's patient communication feature lets you automatically or manually send emails, texts, or both to your patients who have given consent to receiving reminders of upcoming appointments. The patient can confirm their appointment with a single click and no effort required by the front desk staff. A variety of different messages can be designed, all customizable to your needs. Patients love the convenience and staff save time and eliminate phone tag. Patients have been shown to prefer this kind of contact for routine communication, in some cases asking for it from practices that do not provide it. Your team members can focus on the small number of non-respondent patients and at-risk appointments, and use the time saved for other activities. Countless studies have shown that people are much more likely to reply to a text message, and that they reply to them much more quickly than email or phone calls. ABELDent Patient Communication includes two-way texting with your patients, allowing you to serve most patient needs through text message conversations. If a patient texts you to say they can't make their appointment, You can reply to the message, suggest alternative appointment times, or ask the patient what days and time they're available. Or maybe your patient has other questions. They can ask them by text, and you can quickly respond to resolve the issue. In so many situations that happen often in your practice, real-time communication can be crucial. Suppose that you have a patient that you need to ask for a particularly significant piece of information just before their appointment, or perhaps one of your patients hasn't arrived for their appointment and you want to find out if they're coming or not. You can click this button directly from the patient record to start a text message conversation with that patient in ABELDent Chat. ABELDent can send mass emails to your patients, informing every active patient in your practice of important facts you need them to know, while complying with business messaging guidelines. You can create a Happy Holidays message and communicate your holiday hours, introduce a new dentist, announce a dentist retirement, announce a change in office hours, or remind patients that the end of the year is coming, so they should consider using any remaining dental insurance coverage. ABELDent Patient Communication Service allows you to create custom templates for each type of message, making them attractive yet professional and giving it just the right look and feel for your practice. Then, with the click of a button, your customized informative message is sent to all your qualifying patients. ABELDent PCS can automatically send email and text messages to patients with overdue hygiene appointments. You can assign or create templates that indicate when patients will receive notifications. And you can set the time each day that messages will be sent, first thing in the morning, middle of the afternoon, etc. The patient will receive an email that includes a link they can click to request an appointment. Your team will see responses from patients and the information needed to suggest an appointment booking. It's a great way to encourage your patients to schedule outstanding appointments while reducing phone calls. ABELDent's patient communication system can help to eliminate paper from practice workflows. One of the challenges of sending a form to a patient and asking them to send information back is that protected health information, or PHI, is not sufficiently protected when returned via unencrypted email. With ABELDent and PCS, you avoid this issue. ABELDent Cloud and Local Plus comes with a send email button for your health history and other forms, which you'll find in the patient's clinical sidebar. When you click the Send Email button, it brings up an email text which can be customized to your needs. You click Send, and the email is sent to the patient. This email contains a button that links to a form on a secure web page. Because it connects to a web page, there is no PHI sent via the email, which, as mentioned earlier, is not secure. The patient fills out the form, which they can fill out at home, on their computer or laptop, or of course they can fill it out using their phone from anywhere. Once the patient completes the online form, there is nothing to send back, just a click of the Submit button. After the patient clicks Submit, the email link expires and the submitted information is securely stored in your ABELDent. The completed form now shows in the patient's clinical sidebar. No member of your staff needs to take any action for the form to be added to the patient record, and thus practitioners can review it at any time. ABELDent allows patients to make secure online payments. You can send patients with outstanding balances an email that allows them to make an online payment. This feature will improve your ability to collect outstanding AR and provide patients with a convenient modern payment option. And so much more. We are always adding new features to ABELDent's patient communication system, so more helpful, convenient, time-saving functionality will keep coming your way. And as the developer of both your practice software and your patient communication system, ABELDent is in a unique position to be able to integrate them completely and without compromise. ABELDent Patient Communications, for onboarding patients, keeping your patients informed, making them aware of their upcoming appointments, and sending them forms in a secure way without using any paper, an efficient tool that your team and your patients will love.